Hi everyone, it's Jeff Sinker here from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. This week we're going to be looking at the solo from the song Kayleigh by the band Marillion. Great little solo, loved the song when it first came back out in the 80s, just had such a great tone to it. The solo itself, I like teaching this to my intermediate students because it's a very set piece solo. Very structured, nothing too fancy, a lot of arpeggio work, but nothing sweeping, nothing kind of dynamic that's too hard for someone to pick up fairly easily. Now in the lesson itself, I will have the accompanying tablature with it, which will also be on Guitar Pro format. So, what we'll do, let's just get into this and we'll break it down stage by stage. First part of the solo, we start off with a slide. Now he pulls that down from the A string and just runs it down as a little intro to the solo itself. So we're just going to go bring that down and just break it off towards the end of the guitar there. Then we're going to start off on this little phrase that he plays a number of times at the beginning, and then he duplicates it later on as an octave. So we start off with, and I use my third finger, we're going to play 6th fret on G to 7th fret on G. There we go. And then we're going to go back to 4th fret on the G. Then he repeats that. So we get. Then he's going to go to the 5 on the high E. Once we've done that, it repeats the motif again on the G string. And it just finishes it with, instead of going to the high note, we go to the low note here, which is on the 7th fret on the D string. He plays that twice. So, the full part of the introduction, let me play that through in slow motion. We move up now to the B string on the 14th fret, and we're going to play 14, 15 on the B string, and then we're going to play 16 on the G string this time. We're finishing this time off with 17 on the high E. So that little introduction, that little intro we moved there. Then repeats the first part of that motif, where we're doing this 14, 15, going down onto 16 on the G. He finishes there on that 15 on the B, and then he's going to move up to 17 to 19 on the B, and then he does the same thing, 17 and 19 on the E. Then we're going to do a 17, 19 on the B, and then back to 17 on the B, to 18 on the G, to 19 on the D. Then we're going to put the first finger down onto 14th fret on the A string, and we're going to do a little run up 14, 16, 17. Yeah. Then we go to 14 and 16 on the D string. And then we're going to move, the first finger moves up to 16th fret on the G, going across to 17 on the B. Now let me just play that little phrase for you. Then we're going to play 18 on the G, then we go to 19 on the D, down back to 16 on the G. And first finger goes down to the 14 on the G, and then we're going to go from the 14 to 16 on the D to 14 on the D. Now we go into a arpeggio shape that is typical of a minor arpeggio shape, and the way we play that, we're going to start off with a little finger on 14 on the D string, to 11 on the G, to 12 on the B, and then finishing it up on 10 on the E string. So we go. And from the arpeggio, we're going to be working backwards and forwards on the 10 and the 12 on the high E string. Oh, watch me and follow through. Finishing on that 14th. We play that again. From there we do a 14, 12, 10 onto the 12 on the B. From there we do a 14, 12, 10 on the high E string, finishing on 12 on the B. And we play 12 on the B string, going to 10 on the high E, going to 9 on the high E, back to 10, to 9, to 10 on the B, going to 11 on the G, going to 9 on the G. Final section of this arpeggio piece here, we're going to start off on 12 on the D, to 9 on the G, 10 on the B, back to 11 on the G, going to 12 on the D, finishing up on 9 on the D. So we would get this little section. Start off with the 9th fret on the high E string, going down to 10 on the B string, and just put a little bit of whammy bar into that. Then we're going to go to 11 on the G, 12 on the D, a little bit more whammy, not too much. Then we go back again and we're going to go to 9 on the high E, to 10 on the D, the B, finishing up on 11 on the G. Again, a little bit more whammy bar. Now we're going to just create a kind of descending little pattern here over a D7 arpeggio. So we're going to start off with 10 on the high E, the 9 on the high E, 10 on the B. Then we're going to switch down to 12 on the G, going to 11 on the G. Finishing up on 12 on the D. Then we're going to move down to 10 on the D, going to 9 on the D. Sliding down to 5 on the D. Open string D. And then what I like to do is slide up from the 7 to the 9 and then back again to the 9. Just play that phrase for you now. And that is the complete solo. From that stage, he goes back into the normal verse, which I'll be covering in another lesson. But solo itself, if you can play along with the song, it's in the same key. So have some fun with that. And like I said, the rest of the song, the intro, the verses, and the change in the verses coming out of the solo be featured in a later video. So, until future, this is Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com, wishing you goodbye and look forward to our next lesson. You all take care. Bye bye.